We are live back! Pop-up conversation! Woohoo! We are back! Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, body, mind, and soul providers. We are back on our pop-up conversation, weekly conversation with my beautiful co-hosts, Michelle and Lorna. Woohoo! Hello, my beautiful ladies.
Hello.
It's beautiful because I've been seeing them. This is like 2-3 times today, so it feels like it's a third day in one day, seeing them in the same day. So it's beautiful to have them here. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you're tuning from. If you see this live, say hello. Let us know what you're tuning from, and you see this on replay as well. Connect with us, participate to our pop-up conversation. We do this every week. We have interesting conversation. We don't even know what's gonna happen. That's why they are so beautiful. We will see how this is gonna show up for us. Today, Michelle provides us with a very interesting subject that we're gonna dive deep into it. Distractions are here to
I'm sorry,
distract.
what?
What? To take us away from our purpose, or they actually guiding us to our soul mission? That is the question. So, ladies, what is distraction mean to you? It's a good thing, a bad thing, both, neither? What comes up to you when you think of this? Especially in these times where we have distraction at our fingertips.
Yeah, it's like a constant world of distraction. And how do we discern what, squirrel, whether the squirrel is actually our soul's desire, that is the runway lighting onto which we land our airplane of purpose, or whether it's just plain old squirrel. And whether it moves us towards our purpose or not. And I had a day today where I had some things come up and try and distract me, and I was like, okay, this is, and it was, they were pretty juicy, so it was like genuinely okay. But I'm at a point where, like, okay, I can deal with this, or I can actually do something that moves the needle on why I'm here. And so which one do I choose? Which one is the truth? Which one is the actual thing? Which is a deception, and which is going to move me towards my purpose? So I actually ended up chatting with ChatGPT about my situation, and it actually crystallized a really cool set of questions. But I don't want to dive into that until I hear distractions. So, like, for me, I mean, there's the typical kind of like everyday distractions, like your phone pinging and your kid talking, and like all of those types of things. But I think that there's also those deeper types of distractions where it's sort of like test truth testing, where you're resonating at. What do you think, Lorna?
I tend to agree in the sense that yeah, sometimes they are that place about that just continues to clarify and solidify that, yeah, you're right, exactly there. And other times it is that place that, and it shows up, I know for myself, where I'm just getting momentum. I'm getting momentum, and then something else comes up and kind of like, that makes sense. That feels really, and there I go. And it's happened so many times, so many times. And so it's just kind of, it took me a long time to kind of, oh, there's a pattern here. And to just kind of laugh. And now it's kind of, now I'm more able to, when I've been getting the momentum going, and or something's happening where I'm just focused in and something comes in, I can take that pause and just kind of, okay, let's do some reflection here. Is
What do you use as the discernment piece? It's like, okay, yeah, no, that is a distraction, or I can put that for later, or no,
mm-hmm,
this is actually part of my
mm-hmm.
puzzle.
Sometimes it's a great question. Sometimes it seems that if I'm at a place where it feels okay, I'm not really clear, I'm not really okay, what's happening here, or I'm up against something that maybe I kind of would rather avoid this right now, then it's, oh good, there's something I can put my attention on. So those are sometimes the obvious ones, but other times it can be in the midst of things. For example, I'm busy, say, focusing on something. And as a speaker, I've, over the last 2-3 years, I've been, on so many podcasts and TV and radio shows and things like that. So that's been a natural thing that when a speaking opportunity comes up, to be able to, yes, of course, And in this last few months, I've had opportunities where I was on summits before, and the hosts say, hey, would you want to come and be on our summit again? And 2 or 3 of them said, hey, we'd love to have you. And it was just kind of like, it was like, yeah. But it was interesting at that time. It was kind of like, thank you. And no, I just really need to keep my attention here right now. That was a big thing for me, to know that just because it's something that I love doing, whatever, it's not always the right time. And it's an interesting thing. There's so much this piece about, when an opportunity comes up, say yes to it. Well, I know what it's like to say yes. And then I have so many things on the go that it seems like I can't do anything that I've said yes to. So for me, it's been this part about, I'll say yes to thank you for the opportunity. And I can say no, thank you, because this is where I need to put my attention right now.
Well, I know Adriana is one of the most focused, at least especially lately. Like she gets like laser focused, and you do not. This is happening right now. So how do you not have distractions, Adriana?
Oh, no, but who lied to you so beautifully that I don't? Who was able to lie to you and fool you so? Even me, you know how good I am that I can make that happen. No. Let me tell you the truth. I am the most distracted person in the whole world. I have 20 million squalls in the same time. I have ADHD brain, so people with ADHD brain, they might understand me. I can focus in 20 things in the same time. Yes, people think, and I used to think the same, that it's not possible. Yes, it is. I'm a living proof. I can write a message and listen exactly what you're saying. This is a proof. You can ask my partner. He's driving, I talking with him, we talk together, and then I'm writing a message or doing something else, and it looks like I'm not able, but I am, because I know my brain. And sometimes he says, like, do you hear what I said? I said, I can translate and tell you exactly what you said. And then I, translate that back to him. When it comes to knowing what kind of distractions I'm capable of, and what can I do in the distractions, it's all about knowing you. What are your powers and what are your superpowers? For me, I know when I can focus in one thing and focus only on that thing. But then sometimes also, because I know how my brain works, I deprive myself of the million other things that can come up through me. Meanwhile, I focus. And I tell you why. The moment when I focus on one specific thing and I'm laser focused on that moment I am open. I mean, I'm channeling. I put myself on the side and I let myself to channel to me. And in that moment, sometimes, not all the times, I have flashes and things that come up to me when I'm sitting on the side and I'm like, whoa, I just have this idea when I'm speaking with someone, or I have a conversation or a coaching call with someone, or I give another example. True story, just happened, hot, fresh off the press. I was doing an interview with Gina from The Bigger Picture, one of the amazing groups. You better go and follow it. And I was doing an interview with her. And meanwhile, having this beautiful conversation with her, she was asking me about how do I, work with people. And as I was doing it, I formulated a formula. I'm not joking.
That's classic.
So cool. That's so cool.
It just happened. And as I was working through it and allowing it to come through me, a part of me, the consciousness, I was realizing, like, like a fly on a wall, I was realizing what just happened. And I'm like, wow, this is cool. I'm glad this is recorded because I need to write it down. So I had that moment of becoming aware of my near focus, and I was able to be enough distracted to realize it and be conscious of what was producing in that moment through me. But this doesn't came this is a habit or a muscle that I developed because I became aware of my distractions. Like Lorna was saying so beautifully, understanding your distractions and know how to use them. If my distractions are creative and it helps me to create or relax, then that's good because I'm in control of them.
Okay, oh, go ahead.
Or if I'm becoming aware that my distractions are taking me away from creating or relaxing, not giving me either
Right,
of those,
neither world.
then also it's my choice to question myself, like Lorna said, wait a minute, let's reflect. What do I get good of sitting in this limbo that I'm not there and not there? I'm not creating, I'm not relaxing. Why?
Oh,
It's giving me something.
we are lining up, because this is exactly kind of where I landed with this thing I wanted to share. And so what ended up happening with the ChatGPT conversation was developing like a sovereignty compass. So like when you're tuning into yourself and trying to make that discernment, those of us with a little bit less with who kind of like the wheels crank a little slower, I like to like have a set of, I'm kind of tech oriented, I like to have a set of yes no questions to deal with. So we got it to boil down to 3. I just want to read this out and I'll pop it in the chat when we finish the thing. But it says, use this guide anytime you are unsure whether to re-engage a relationship, invest your energy, or pursue an opportunity. These questions help you anchor into your truth and your highest timeline. So 1, will this deepen my clarity or dilute my energy, which is what you were just talking about? And clarity means you feel more grounded in a way of your truth. Dilution means you leave foggier and with more emotional swirls and less distractions. So that's sort of like question 1. And then question 2 is, am I genuinely neutral about it? It's okay, you know, sometimes we use these distractions to like I think I've said it before here, where I'm kind of the frying pan learner. We have to test our truths a couple of times before we get it. And then or sometimes we use, like Lorna was saying, you know, oh, this is a really important thing because I really don't want to do that, right? Like, and so like we're not really neutral about it. So am I genuinely neutral, or am I or still scanning for resonance? It's okay to test for resonance, but we have to be conscious and honest about it. Are you hoping to disprove your own inner knowing or honor what it is? So that's so the genuine neutral. So will this deepen my clarity or dilute my energy? Am I genuinely neutral? Or 3, is this action aligned with my highest timeline right now? So asking your future self, will I feel proud that I chose this? And asking your mission, will this move me towards what I'm truly here to do? So that's the sovereignty compass that I'm going to be using for, you know, I'm going to put it like on a sticky note, the three points. It's like, check, check, check. Oh, crap, I can't do that right now. So choose alignment over attachment. And it said, yeah, basically glow so brightly that anything not meant for your highest path naturally fades, so that your distractions fall away.
That was beautiful. There you go. That was exactly answering the flow. We were actually, it's such a beautiful, me and Lorna, before Michelle came, we were thinking to talk about flow. And it's beautiful. Our conversation is flowing, going from one thing to another one, connecting with each other. And that's what I'm talking about. Because my next question was, okay, we got it. Distractions are good and bad. So what we do next? And Michelle just answered my question. So voila. Flow in his manifestation. There you go.
Body, mind, and soul, baby.
So cool.
All right. So I will pop those 3 questions in the chat just in case anybody else, any other you know, fellow travelers out there like me need a little bit of a guide, because we're not keeping ourselves on the rails.
Yes.
And in the sense that so often there's that sense of judgment about it, rather than it's all playing its perfect role.
This is why I love you, Lorna. Because every time, and Adriana too, every time I self-negative talk, it's like slap. Don't be silly.
And I think in some ways that's been a part of it, right? Is as long as judgment can be applied, it keeps us from actually seeing a bigger picture of what it's about, right? Because then we're what's kind of that spiraling down rather than, no, this is really opening. What's happening is really opening us into clarity, into our purpose, into not our purpose out there, but that purpose that's being lived out and coming from us. And so I love that whole part of, yeah, the flow, right? It's seeing that it's all in the flow, that there's nothing outside of the flow. We just sometimes think there is.
Growing, always growing. Sweet. Well, I mean, it's top of the hour. What do you think? Are
Top of
we?
the hour,
This is
we
great. This is
ready.
lovely.
We already got. I already got my my how to do this. How do I deal with this? I already Michelle just answered, so I don't have nothing else to say. Then take notes, please. Take your notes, Michelle. Please, we keep you accountable. Drop those beautiful tools
I'm
questions.
doing it right now. Yeah.
And for those that are watching this live replay, and we'll love to hear your takeaways. We'll love to hear your thoughts into this. What comes up to you when you think of distraction? What comes to you when you think of all these things that distract us? I even was distracted for a second. My partner just came beside me, and let's call it this way, he wasn't presentable on camera, so I had to move the camera in a second. So I was like, do I focus on what I say, or do I focus on the camera movement? So I had to pick my battles. So if you see a naked man, it's all good. It's part of the flow. Hopefully you didn't catch it on camera.
Distractions by design.
By design, yes.
And on that note, it's time for Adriana to go. Huh?
Oh, that's such a beautiful way to end this. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm very distracted now, so we will end it this way. Michelle, let us know. We see each other on 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's not this Sunday, but next is the next connection circle.
Next
And if
Sunday.
you've already been on, come on again. And if you hadn't booked your one-to-one interview from a prior one, make sure you do, and we'll get you in front of the group here live for a deep dive. We are so excited. We have the topics lined up for our July 20th Micro Summit, and we'll be announcing that shortly. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good one.
Yes. We have amazing speakers, so we'll be excited to do those announcements and flyers and all the goodies that come with that. And then, of course, you will be able to register for this event for all the members here. It's going to be so much excitement and to learn so much because it's a big topic. It's a hot topic. It's definitely a hot topic. Are we saying the topic or not? Burnout. Yes. It's all about burnout. That's why it's a hot topic, because it's burning all of us sooner or later.
I hope I'm there.
Yes, who didn't mean there? Definitely. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ladies. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.